Last year my mom got really sick, and she's okay now, but for a while, my worrying started getting really bad. I started worrying about everything, and it was a really suffocating feeling. I felt crushed by everything that was going on in my head, and my counselor ended up showing me this website, and I downloaded this app, and I don't know, just learning about my worries really helped me learn how to manage them better. I learned that I can't control everything, and there are things that I can let go of. And just because I think something or I convince myself of something doesn't mean that it's actually true. And that was really, really helpful for me. And I started listening to some of the recordings, and they really helped me relax. And I mean, it hasn't gone away completely. I still worry, but it's really gotten a lot better.
In our society, mental health has impacted over a fourth of the population. These illnesses are caused by a number of different reasons. The most common risk factors are genetics, brain chemistry, lifestyle changes, as well as social influences. Thus, each individual could potentially be affected by mental illness. This is why this topic needs to be addressed due to the impact it has on so many. Overall, a majority of people agree that a solution needs to be made to allow individuals to maintain a healthy and safe lifestyle. However, there is a disagreement regarding the impact that exercise has on individuals struggling with mental health illnesses. On one side of the argument, researchers believe that working out can relieve stress and produce feel-good endorphins to the body. But on the other side, individuals feel that exercise can exacerbate one's mental health problems due to social media's idea of a perfect body type. The first side argues that taking a break and going for a walk or any form of movement improves one's mood. But since those impacted by anxiety and depression struggle with their self-esteem, this may lead to overexertion during exercise to maintain a skinny body type, which can damage the heart and lead to extensive injuries. Although both sides cannot agree on the extent to which exercise may be beneficial, both arguments understand that each individual impacted by mental illness is unique. Therefore, the best way to treat these individuals and determine if limited exercise would be beneficial in their scenario is to visit a therapist to talk about their struggles and form a plan to get well.
We all have stress in our lives, whether it's stress from our jobs, from our busy schedules with our kids, or even just navigating relationships with our loved ones. But talk therapy can be a great way to help manage that stress. However, sometimes people are apprehensive about coming in for a therapy appointment. They worry about stereotypes and stigmas. So I'm here to break down some of those stigmas with Dr. Dowd. Dr. Dowd, I feel like sometimes people worry that perhaps they'll be judged if they come to therapy. They envision laying on a couch, but that's not how it is.
It's very different. It's much more supportive and collaborative, but that's really, TV and movies representation of it.
Right.
In real life, you're basically coming in so that you can try and get some help and support.
Okay.
Especially when you're experiencing stress.
So the first step is actually getting people in here.
And that's the main goal. It's so intimidating and it's so scary to come in. So I want to convince them this is going to be a place that's safe.
Right.
Everything is kept confidential. There's nothing that I'm doing that's secretive or unknown to them, that we collaborate together, that the two of us are working on things. They always know what I'm thinking. They always have an idea of why we're doing what we're doing so that it makes sense, trying to take away that scariness that comes with it.
So let's talk about actually what happens when people come in here. They come in and a lot of it is talking.
Pretty much the first appointment is a chance to kind of get to know each other for the first time. It's about 45 to 50 minutes. It's weekly, unless things they're particularly having trouble, then we might meet more than once a week. And then we'll start to kind of, in that first session, talk about what's been happening, what's been stressing them, what kind of experiences they have, who's important in their life, where are the conflicts, where they're experiencing struggles. And that way I can kind of get a sense of where I might be able to help them.
When people are telling you about the things that they worry about and their stresses, what as a therapist are you listening for in those conversations?
What would make their life better? What would they wish would change?
Right.
Right? How they could be less stressed, how they could be happier. And then together we're going to figure out how we're going to get them there.
So the important thing to know is that this really can help immensely with stress. Stress is something that everybody deals with. Sometimes it's worse than other times, and sometimes you need new tools to deal with it.
It really does help to have that support. This is really very upfront and very direct, and the goal is to really help them understand how to deal with their stress differently. And the hope is that they can get some really nice support from us and figure out how to make their lives better.
Therefore, the best way to maintain a healthy lifestyle while balancing all the stress in one's life is to seek a therapist.